Mark Andrews out of Oklahoma. Then flip it over on defense. Want to continue to flock to the football the way that they've done for so many years.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They pitch it out to Collins. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Brought in left side by Snead. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Collins. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll try to run forward with Collins. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
I'm right. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. That goes for a gain of 31. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A red zone first down for Flacco. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Willie Snead, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Bootleg, Flacco. He'll buy some time right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Just one. It's Flacco. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. And he missed it. It's no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement, so now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy, and the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. To throw on second down. Allen. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Going deep for Benjamin. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it. And it brings up 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they've managed to get it done.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's Flacco. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Matt Milano in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Flacco here on 2nd down. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. That's going to be caught, and he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. A very solid gain of 27. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Setting up to throw, Flacco. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Crabtree, the intended receiver. But when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes a fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Now Allen. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. On first down, this is Ivory. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And again, it's Collins. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one down the line of scrimmage.
Over the middle, complete. That's Collins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They look to throw on first and 10 with Flacco. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for them. Has that happened to you before? No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Leopard! Leopard!
On play action, Allen sliding out of the pocket. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And down inside the 15 he goes. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. This give is to McCoy. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
Buying time to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down.
Let's go. Green.
Allen now looks to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Charles Clay, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are in for 6. And his kick is right through. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing here on first down. Flacco. And he rifles one incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is Collins on the toss. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Play action. Flacco. He's got his man. It's Andrews. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in the game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? 3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. He's going to fight, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. So after the INT, it's Allen. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. C.J. Mosley not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13. Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LeSean McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo. Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season. And the Eagles, they win a Super Bowl without him. So, yeah, we forget just how special he is. But I do think with his running style, he's got many more seasons left.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Allen. This complete to the tight end, Clay. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around it and play football.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39. Gun.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jeremy Curley, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills will extend their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And this one's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Flacco to throw again on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down. 1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Crabtree with it over the middle. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there at 22. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
On second down, Flacco to throw. This will be spotted about the 5. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Detroit!
Allen will try again on 2nd down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Allen off the play fake. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Let's take it at around the 40. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And the Ravens taking the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On first down, Flacco drops it underneath for Collins. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Flacco. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Crabtree from 17 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. The first carry for Patrick DeMarco. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
To throw is Allen, and that is incomplete. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you've also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Now, Barney, now, lucky 56.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Looking long for Thomas, and that is incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They're on the outskirts of field goal range here in the tie game with a little time. So how do you handle this? What do you do here, Charles?
Everybody wants to pick up as much yardage as possible, but the weird part is for field goal kickers, being in really close sometimes puts more pressure on them because it's much more of a position kick as opposed to just going ahead and letting it out and letting it thump. A lot of guys like a little bit of distance because you know they can handle it, and it's a more natural swing of the leg.
So maybe getting inside the 20, not that big of a deal.
Not that huge of a deal. Sometimes that messes you up with the angles depending on which hash mark you're kicking from.
Yellow. Rocket.
They go again with Collins. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. This is Collins on the handoff. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there. Gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
He'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. That means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Back to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. He was trying to get it to Andre Holmes that time. And now it's 3rd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime. And because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. And partner,